on that. I suppose as well the hopes that you have for him as a coach.
Supposed to what? No, sorry, second part.
I suppose, well, yeah, the hopes that you have for him in his career as a coach.
Yeah, we had a very, very good, very long talk together, and probably everybody in this room knows better than I do that he's a wonderful guy. And for me, it was only important to know what Stephen wants actually. And yes, he said he wants to be a manager in the future, so that's cool. And then I said, from my side, everything what I can do to help him on this way to make him the best manager he can be. I'm ready for this, and I would like to do it. And we spoke about different things, different options, and now he said at Academy, that's great. For us, as for the club, and I think for him it's perfect. Because being a manager is a job you have to learn. Huh? And when a person like Steven Gerrard and the player he was, but more the person he is ready to make the steps, that's wonderful news for football, because combining then the play experience with all the things you learn from now on, that's bright future. That's brilliant.
For yourselves, and being just one game away from a cup final now, are you still fighting for trophies on the free front, Steve, or has the results over the weekend taken one opportunity away from you?
Look, fighting. Okay, we fight for in each game. That's maybe the most important thing, and then we have to see what happens around. But of course, in cup competitions, the target is to win the competition, to win the tournament. That's how it is. In the Premier League, it's probably the same, but it's not. It's not that easy to plan or whatever. And in this case, of course, if I said it a few weeks ago, if Chelsea wins all the games, what they do pretty much, then there's no chance for any other team. So I think for us, it's still absolutely important to finish the season as good as possible, whatever it means, and that we see after the season. But you can imagine, I think we have the quality to fight for the Champions League. That's what we should do. And if you do this, and I've said a few times, and you are then close enough for in the decisive moment of the season, then you can still fight for a little bit more. But in this moment, it's nothing we have to think about. What we should think about, we play. We have now 3 games. 2 games until Chelsea, yeah? Yes, Southampton, 2 games, and then we play Chelsea. So that's why I think then about Chelsea, but not how we can get them or whatever. But we fight for everything we are able to, and that's all.
I just wonder as well how you view the impact of not having Sadio Mane available. He's obviously been missing for 5 of the last 6. Is it too simplistic to say that his absence has had a big effect on us?
No, it's a problem. It's when it's more in this moment. I mean, so look, we missed Sadio, we missed Phil for a long time. We missed Joel Matip, and that's really difficult. And sometimes we did really well, I think, in most of the games. And it's not, as much as I like Sadio, it's not allowed that we think that a few problems we had in the last games are because we missed Sadio. That's not how football should be. It's not how life should be. We had the games we had not the result. We made other mistakes than not scoring enough goals, because we scored 2 against Swansea. We scored 2 against Sunderland. He was still involved on both sides. And we scored enough goals to win the games. The problem now, I know you spoke a lot about defense, but you always speak about players. I speak about defense. The whole defense work of the team, so that's different. And if it would be that easy that you buy one new player and then all the problems are solved, then why should I be that silly and not to do it? But it's not like this. So we have to improve still. That's what we know about. And I knew about the problems we had after the Christmas period, but actually, and that was really disappointing, and the Swansea game was not in this thoughts anymore. So I saw before the game that we are already back on the right track, and that they could see the freshness coming back in training and all that stuff, and then you have this game, so that makes it then not too nice. But that's part of life too, and especially part of a life of a football manager. And we had a long meeting after the game, and so I'm ready for the rest of the season, if you want. We made enough good things, we made enough mistakes, bad things. And now we can show that we learned from all of it. But it's still intense, huh? So, and of course, with the injuries we had, and it was difficult to come through the very, very intense period. Now we are through, and pretty much, and now, yeah, we should get the benefit of it.
Jurgen, I know you said maybe it's too easy to look at individual players, you prefer to look at the whole shape of your team, but in terms of the role that Joel Matip plays, how important is he in ensuring the shape's right, that people's concentration is right when he is in the side?
No, it's very important, but it's more important to have him available. And it's not always important to have him on the pitch, but of course it's good because he's a really good player. But he was now injured for 6 weeks, so and you see with all the other players who are long term, maybe it's not the longest term, but it's long-term injury, coming back, having the rhythm, having the everything. So the only thing with the other players had to play nearly all the time. That's more than the problem. And in this time, not that Joel cannot play all the time. We should not actually. So we should have the opportunity, the possibility to change a little bit this or that position and all that stuff. But so he was not available, and so we had to cope with it. And most of the time we did well, but obviously we are not happy about the last few results. So then obviously not good enough. But again, it's I understand football in a different way. It's yes. The final mistake in a game, sometimes it's a goalkeeper, sometimes it's a defender, sometimes it's somebody else, but most of the time there are 7 or 8 players involved. That's the defending I talk about. Everybody's responsible for everything, and if you avoid this pass, then your teammate cannot make the last mistake. So that's how we understand it, and so it was not about one player or something. Yeah, it's clear what we did wrong, and we really have to do better.
How much can it help you now having a game so soon against Southampton, an important match as well where you've got a real incentive?
The last few weeks we always had the next game soon. So does it help? Does it not help? I have no idea. It's not important for us. For us, it's important that we show that we understood. That's really. I'm not in doubt about this. It's not that I think, oh my, the team has to show me now. But of course, all what we do for us is too important. It's too important. We cannot waste time. We will not. We will be ready for this game. It's very difficult. You see it. Southampton is in a good run in this moment. Good results, and that's we know about this. So but we want to go to the final too. So that's what we have to show. There's nothing else to do in this tournament now. Is it one game? Is it 2 games? We will have a big say on it. And so and that's what we have to think about. I never thought about priorities because we play always the next game. So that's tomorrow. On Wednesday, obviously, Capital One Cup is the most important tournament, then FA Cup, then the Premier League. So that's not too difficult. We don't judge it before the season or something. If we would do, probably then everybody would say, okay, then go out of Capital One Cup as soon as possible. So because FA Cup is the most traditional cup competition in the world, in world football. Premier League, you have to win and all that stuff. So. I said it a few times. Obviously, I like this competition because we are the only team in the last since I'm in who played each Capital One Cup game until now. But it looks from outside view. And when I look back, when I'm not here anymore, when I look back, then it looks like they pressed the Capital One Cup in between the season. So nobody cares about it. The Premier League doesn't care about it. So we play half-final, semi-final on Wednesday, and they give us a Saturday game at 12. So obviously they are not interested in what we are doing on other days. So that's how it is. But we have to take it, and we do it, and that's all.
And with regards to having lost at Anfield, the first of 4 games at Anfield, and it's the first defeat in the league for a long time, how important is it now with these 3 more games coming up at home to make Anfield a fortress again? Are you worried that other teams will now think that they can come in?
I'm not worried a second about other teams, and yeah, I understand the question. But if we would have won against Swansea, do you think then we would go in the Southampton game with the wrong attitude? No, we wouldn't. So I expect 100% from us. I expect 100% from our crowd. That's all. And in each game, and that the record didn't mean anything for us, that we didn't lose that long. It didn't feel like this, actually. It was not, because most of the time a home draw feels a little bit like a defeat. And so it was not that we thought, hey, we could not have done better. So I know we could have done better in the last game. It was obviously we could have done better. But no, I'm not afraid of what other teams could think or whatever. We have to concentrate on Southampton, and we will see who is available for Wolves. Yeah, and then we have to dig in against Chelsea. That's how it is.
The results have played more than what you wanted, but in terms of performances, are you happy with what you're seeing, or do you think that the team has lost a bit of the intensity that they showed earlier on? Is it maybe because you had so many games in a very short space of time?
Intensity is something what you will speak more about than we do. Intensity is I think we see it pretty different. It's not about having, I don't know, 1 or 20 kilometers after game or whatever. It's about sprinting. It's about different things. And yeah, I don't know exactly if maybe it's a little bit less, but that's not, again, not the reason. Intensity was not the reason for the goals we conceded. We created against the deep defending Swansea side, I don't know how many chances. So nearly, even after 3-2, we shot 3 or 4 times inside a 6-yard box. So that says everything. It's not that we are searching for intensity and say if that's not there, then we cannot win. No. We have different ways to win football games. We only have to do the right thing in the right moment. And if we have to defend, we have to defend all together. And if we have to attack, we have to attack all together. We have to create chances together, and we have to defend set piece together, and all that stuff. And that's the thing. If we would have done everything at our best, we would have more points, 100%. So that's clear. But it's not. I don't think it's about intensity. It happened because of reasons we know them. It's not that we have to discuss them in public, but a few things we know. So, and now we have to show that we learned of it.
Yeah, does the 1-0 scoreline from the first leg change in any way your approach tactically, or is it a smaller margin for you to still have a certain amount of patience?
Oh, we played Southampton. I think I played most often Southampton for our Premier League teams. I think, I'm not sure, but we played last year there in FA Cup or Cup 1 Cup? FA Cup. This Cup, Cup 1 Cup. So we played them last year. So, I played them twice in the Premier League now again, and it changed a little bit. So against Southampton is a football playing side. Against us, they always defended pretty deep. That's kind of a sign of respect, I would say. So they think that's the way to defend us. But for us, changed nothing really. Not really. We in Southampton, yeah. After the game, we knew it was not a good game from us. But I think I'm not sure if I said, but it was like this. Probably both managers were frustrated, both because of the result, and so in this game they had the chances to do it more clear, not because of possession or something. Their counterattacks were good in different moments. They were really clear in the situation. They didn't defend it well, and so it was only a 1-0, and that's it. That's for us. That's no different for us. 0-0, 1-0. It's no different for us. If we would be down 3-0, then we have to think about a few things. But this is only 1-0, and so still everything possible for us. George.
Your comments there, you seem to suggest that you thought the team had got through that intensive period after Christmas and sort of had recovered from that. But because of the amount of games you've had this month, do you think there's maybe some mental fatigue setting in?
I don't care. It's not important. The things are like they are. But when I said it already, the intense is intense. It wasn't, you know it. You had no day off, but you have not to run. You have to wait here until I come in, and then you go home and write a little bit. So I know it's a difference if you have physical things to do or not. I know it because I did both. So I'm now doing more your job than the boys' job, and that's costs energy. That's normal for all the teams. That's it. And you need, in different situations, a little bit of luck. We can speak a lot about different things. Did we have luck in different games? Did we score offside goals and nobody saw it? No. Have we lucky ref decisions on our side? No. That's all the truth. Do I have to think about it? No. So, did we play really, really, really good football until the end of last year? Yes. Did we lose at the 26th of, I don't know exactly, November, Phil Coutinho, a few days later, Joel Matip, two of the best players in the season until now? Yes. Is this lucky? No. Went we through, cope with the situation, did we with the situation good? Yes. There are a lot of things, but of course it's intense for everything. But we don't sit back now and say, hey, look at this, and we don't look for excuses. What we need is to fight. That's how it is. In the good moments, this team is still able to play wonderful football. And we did it already in the Swansea game. A few of the best minutes maybe in the season we had after we were 2-0 down. It was really good, really good. And that's all what we have to do. Don't think about why we lost this or that and all that stuff. No. We are responsible for our situation. That's what we feel. So if somebody can change it, then we can do it. And it's still everything okay. I know, I can feel it around us. It's not that positive anymore. That's maybe that's normal too. So then it's our job to bring everybody back on track. What I expect is, again, because it's a night game at Anfield, and it would help unbelievable. The impact would be unbelievable. Outstanding performance from the crowd. That's how it is. Yeah. The first half against Swansea maybe was not the most exciting game in the world, but this is the job we have to do. We cannot be responsible for excitement alone. If the other team defends deep, then they defend deep. And when the other team defends deep, you cannot create a chance second by second by second. That's not possible. Even Albert Einstein would have said, not possible. So you have to do this in a patient way. Obviously, I was really quiet. So no blaming. We have to learn as a team. And I saw in the body language of my team that they even thought, the half time was positive. It was positive because we had 3-4 chances. They had no part of the game, Swansea. Then they came out and played one long ball. It was like, now what happens now? And after 2-0 down, we get offensive. Then the crowd was there, and everything changed. Yeah, and then we conceded the third goal. That makes no sense, but it happened. Does this mean from now on we should only think about a third goal against Swansea? No. We have a lot of opportunities. We have unbelievable big number of games. If we win from now on each game, everybody sits here and smiles. Even when we cannot become champion because Chelsea win enough to do it. That's how it is. Life is no guarantee. The only is a big opportunity. And a football season is exactly the same. You don't have guarantees. Everybody wants it, but we have the opportunity to do our best every day. And my job is to tell this to the boys and to make sure that they know about it. You can be sure I do this. Yeah. And then let's fight again. This time Southampton at home. It was not a heel, he got a knock. It's different. It's similar but still different. No, it's we know much more from last year about it. Yeah, he's not. We don't train a lot in this period, so between the games. So instead of running one day when the players who played 90 minutes are running for for recovery. He's on a bike. It's maybe the only difference what we do with him. The rest he's available. How I said, yeah. You don't use the phrase "bite on his teeth," huh? Yeah, but maybe you know what it means. So it's not the moment to feel nothing. It's only you always feels a little bit, but he can cope with it.
Just any other injuries ahead of the game?
Let me go through. No. Sorry, I have to.
No, it's fine. Anything else before you? No? Good. Sounds. Thank you.
Welcome.
This one, yes.
Yeah.
No Sunday, no Monday.